This coverage is being brought to you by 28 Mobile. And what's up, everybody? And this is Danny, and welcome to my coverage of the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom. And this thing is another S4 variant. Yes, I know, another one. But it brings something special to the game here. And this is a 16 megapixel CMOS sensor with 10 times optical zoom. They took the same optics as their Galaxy camera and smashed it into a thin frame with smartphone internals. So let's go ahead and take a look. Is this going to be the phone for you? Let's find out. And based on specs, this thing is a mid-ranger. It's got 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor, 1.5 gigs of RAM. This thing has a Super AMOLED screen with a 2330 milliamp battery, and it comes with HSPA Plus connectivity, no LTE, and no 1700 megahertz band for T-Mobile. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this box and see what's in it. Yes, pizza cutter unboxing time. Alright, let's go ahead and lift the lid and see what comes with it. Alright, so immediately you are faced with that giant 16 megapixel sensor, and let's go ahead and take this phone out of the box. And you will be greeted with the quick start guide, the micro USB to USB cord, some headphones, same headphones that you will get in all the other Samsung products, and here is a wall plug that is international. Since this is an international unlocked device, you're going to get a little bit of a different power plug. And this little pouch here reveals a microfiber cleaning cloth for you to clean the screen with. And it also has a 2330 milliamp battery, which is improved from the Galaxy S4 Mini, which this thing is based upon. So now that we took everything out of the box, let's go ahead and fire it up. So let's go ahead and take the protective plastic off the front of the screen. And this thing reveals a 4.3 inch 540 by 960 Super AMOLED display with 256 ppi. So not the brightest screen and sharpest screen out there, but I'll show you the screen later. 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera with the appropriate sensors, but there is no LED notification light. So let's do a quick tour of the device. Right there is the power on and off button, and the volume rocker is right there as well. And on that side, you see a big two-stage camera shutter key. And on the front, that is a Xenon flash. And to the right here, you will see this speaker, which is pretty loud, by the way. It's not bad at all. And this is the big star of the show, the 16 megapixel CMOS sensor with optical image stabilization. So I will definitely take a lot of pics with this, and I will let you know. Up top is a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, secondary microphone, and the IR blaster, so you can control your TV and your set-top box. And on the bottom, this is a place where you can put your tripod. It's a tripod mount, so they're kind of aiming for semi-professionals here, and this little thing is a little finicky, and it's just pretty much a cap. So when this comes off, don't lose it. But I will definitely do some tripod mounting tests for you. I will also shoot an entire video with this as well, maybe a review or an unboxing, and I will definitely let you know. So this is an SD card slot here, up to 64 gigabytes, and it only comes with 8 gigabytes of internal storage, so that micro SD card slot is a necessity, and there is a lanyard right there. So where the camera grip hump lies, there's the micro USB, and if you take this door and flip it open, you will see where the battery goes, and you can see that there is also the SIM card slot there. And this little blue door just kind of flips open so you can go ahead and put your battery. And remember, this thing comes with a 2330 milliamp battery, and you slide it in just like that and clip that little blue piece closed and close the flap, and you are ready to use the Galaxy S4 Zoom. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. And Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom SMC101 is what it's called. And there is the splash screen. So this is a cold boot. It boots actually pretty quick for a mid-range device. So remember, this thing comes with a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor and 1.5 gigs of RAM. So not the same internals that you would see in the S4, but the same internals you will see in the S4 Mini. So if you think about this, this is an S4 Mini smashed in with the Galaxy camera. So if they had a baby together, this is exactly what it would look like. So the interface is going to be extremely familiar to anybody that's used a Galaxy S4 device and a TouchWiz device in the last 6 months or so. And this is the exact same TouchWiz interface that you are getting. And the home button is there, flanked by the menu button and the back button. So very familiar as well. And the screen actually is pretty nice here. Even though it's a QHD display, it looks pretty sharp and looks pretty bright. And you don't have all the things that you would with the S4. You are missing some things, and I'll go over that in the full review. But in the settings, you do get plenty of options here. And if you go into About Device, you can see that this is running the latest version of Android right now, and that is Android 4.2.2. So very good, and props to Samsung for shipping all of their devices so far with Android 4.2.2. But the screen here looks pretty good. To activate the camera, while the screen is on, just go ahead and hit that two-stage shutter key on the side, and you will see the camera pop out. So that is definitely the difference of this and a regular smartphone. Very cool looking as well, and this motor is very silent. Take a listen. So if you're worried about the motor or the mechanism making a lot of noise while you're shooting pictures, don't worry about that. It's pretty silent on operation, and you will not have a problem with that at all. And let's take a look at all the modes that you have here. I mean, this is what is differentiating this between the other S4 lines and the other cell phones out there right now, is that this thing has a lot of options. I mean, you're getting everything that you're getting in the S4 plus more. And you have a full expert mode where you can go into manual mode and change your aperture, your shutter speed, and white balance and color. You have a lot of options here, and I can't wait to play around with this thing a little bit. And this thing is definitely aiming towards the semi-professional, where you can sit there and tinker with your photos to get the best picture you can. So can't really do that on regular cameras right now. Can't wait to put this up against the Nokia Lumia 1020. So I will definitely let you know what I think between the two, and we'll do a versus and comparison video of both. So let me give you a demo of the 10x optical zoom on the Galaxy S4 Zoom, and on the back camera ring, you can turn that to get to the 10x optical zoom, and you can also get to it by hitting those plus and minus buttons on the left hand side there. So you can get it both ways. And I'm outside right now, and let me zoom into this mailbox and look at how far this thing is able to zoom. And if you hit the two-stage shutter key over there and press it halfway, it will give you optical stabilization, so it'll give you clearer pictures. And this is a regular S4, and it's using digital zoom. And it's definitely going to be grainier, and you can see there's no optical stabilization on this right now. And since this is a bigger sensor, we should be able to get better low light performance out of it. And here is 10 times optical zoom inside, and you can see how much light is coming in through that sensor. And optical stabilization right there, it's working very well. So I'll definitely want to test this out and take some sample images. And there's an image versus the Galaxy S4 on top. And look at how much more light is in the shot with the Galaxy S4 Zoom. Now, the problem with this thing is that it can't lay flat on the table because of that giant camera sensor. So you're going to want to put it down flat on the table. And this big camera hump there kind of makes it uncomfortable to hold. Depends on the size of hands that you have. So when you lay this thing down, it's going to protrude off of the surface. So you might not like that. But the feel in the hand for me is good so far. It's not too bad. I'll definitely let you know in the full review, and let me know what you want to see in the full review besides camera stuff, because I'm definitely going to pin this up against the regular Galaxy S4, the Nokia Lumia 1020, and a lot of other leading smartphone cameras out there. So let me know what you want to see in the full review. Thanks for watching this video. Follow me on Twitter at SuperScientific for news, and don't miss another video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.